5,932,650. That's how many rounds were played during Tech Test 2. Over 21,000 people on Steam alone, compared to Bungie's Marathon, which had only 400 people on their final day of the playtest. Embark Studios isn't just showing up, they're making a statement. If you somehow missed it, Ark Raiders is a PvPvE extraction shooter set in a post-apocalyptic Earth that is ravaged by crawling and flying killer machines called Arks. The remainder of the human population has moved underground, and we reside in a city called Speranza. But you're desperate for supplies, and the only place to get them is on the surface. But you're not the only one looking for it. Other raiders want the same loot. So how does it all play out? Let's break down the gameplay loop, the combat, and what makes Ark Raiders a standout in the extraction genre. Some things I want to take a deeper look at are gunplay, movement, audio design, progression, and recent news. So let's get right into it. To put it shortly, the gunplay feels great. The weapons feel heavy and impactful, which is greatly complemented by the audio design, which is something we'll touch on later. The time to kill is in about the right place where you have time to react, but it also isn't so long that it takes forever to take someone down. But it also means whoever lands the first shot doesn't necessarily mean they win the fight. This can lead to some interesting fights where you have opportunities to outplay or outmaneuver your opponents, which is complemented by the mantling and movement system, which feels fluid. There's also a great deal of diversity in gunfights, such as some of the parts from Arks, such as the snitch scanner, can be thrown to call in some Ark bots to either help you or they may hurt you. The PvE in Ark Raiders can actually be scary and engaging. Some of the Ark bots are terrifying. For example, this is one of my favorite clips from Jake Lucky on X. As you can see, the PvE can be intense to say the least. The Ark bots have different hitboxes like the legs, main body, etc. For example, you can shoot the rotor on the smaller Ark bots to incapacitate it and make it easier to get away or finish it off. The Ark bots aren't the most dangerous, but they also aren't a threat to be ignored. The most dangerous, like the rocket bot and sniper, are extremely dangerous and need to be taken down quickly or avoided. The rewards for taking down these Ark bots can be great though, giving you valuable crafting supplies and some things that may help you during the raid. Some people think we need a PvE only mode, but I disagree. I think the PvP element is greatly complemented by the Ark bots. Overall, the PvE really adds to the intensity and the stakes of going topside. The movement in Ark Raiders feels great and fluid. You have an omnidirectional roll that gives you the most distance forward and the less to the side and back. The roll can be used to make you a harder target to hit while diving for cover or trying to avoid gunshots. You can also pull out your pickaxe to be able to sprint faster, which can help you clear gaps or give you just enough distance to be able to grab a ledge from another building or structure. There's also a lesser known mechanic where you can dodge roll just before you hit the ground to negate the stun animation you receive when falling from heights. I also believe it can reduce fall damage when falling if timed right, but I'm not sure about that. While it's most likely a bug, no matter what height you fall from, if you can grab a ledge before you hit the ground, you will negate all fall damage. Personally, I think they shouldn't patch this because it makes the parkour feel more fun and fluid. And you can do things like jump off buildings and grab the ledge of another building and take no fall damage from it. I think the few things they added, like the ledge grab and the slide, really helped bring together the gameplay to make everything feel smooth and fun. The audio design in this game is one of the best I've ever heard. Every shot echoes, every blast feels powerful, the attention to detail is all there. You'll constantly hear other raiders and Ark bots fighting across the map, even if you're nowhere near the action. It makes the world feel alive, like it's constantly shifting and dangerous. A lot of players have pointed out how the sound design plays a key role in building tension. You're not just reacting to what's on screen, you're reacting to what you hear in the distance. That low mechanical hum when you hear an Ark nearby, or the sudden burst of gunfire echoing throughout the valley, gives you this constant sense of unease. It's not just background noise, it's part of the gameplay. Reviews have also mentioned how effective directional audio is. You can pick up enemy positions, incoming threats, or even other squads moving through a ruined building just by listening closely. It adds a tactical edge to the game and forces you to stay alert even when it seems quiet. The gritty soundscape really fits the post-apocalyptic tone of the game. Everything sounds raw and heavy. Gunshots ring out like thunder, explosions shake your ears, and even reloading has this weight to it. All of that adds to the feeling that you're just barely surviving in a brutal world. The audio doesn't just support the atmosphere, it builds it. There are a few forms of progression in Ark Raiders. You have the skill tree, traders, and crafting stations. There are 3 different branches to the skill tree: conditioning, mobility, and survival. Each branch specializes in a certain area of your raider, such as stamina use or recovery or looting speed and loudness. These perks can be used to cater more to your playstyle, whether you like to loot and get out, or if you're a hardcore PvPer and chase down every gunshot you hear. These skills can give you the slight advantage that you need to win these battles and take home the loot. Each perk can be upgraded up to 5 times besides the major perks, such as Survivor Stamina, which increases stamina regen when you're critically injured. Overall, the skill tree is a pretty balanced mechanic, but still provides you with that edge when it's needed. All the traders can provide quests that will give you rewards such as weapons, XP, crafting materials, blueprints. As you do these quests, you'll level up the traders and unlock better items in the store. These quests can also give you access to things like the grappling hook, which is extremely useful. And the crafting stations, for example, one of them Scrappy, a chicken who will gather supplies for you and give them to you. You can upgrade him to give you even more supplies and even more benefits. Then you have stations like the weapons workbench that as you upgrade it, you can craft and upgrade more of your weapons. Overall, just making your character stronger and more ready to go topside and fight Ark and other raiders. A few days ago, there was an update to the Ark Raiders Tech Test 2 which added an exe file. When the exe file is launched, it takes you to a screen that looks like the main menu with a Play Now button. But when you try to press the button, it moves so you can't actually launch the game. The key thing in this menu was the base 64 strings that were in a rotation, and when one of these strings was decoded, it led to a website with a countdown. The date of this countdown ends on the same day as Summer Game Fest on June 6 at 11 p.m. Another one of these strings also said coming soon, and another said I'm not telling you a release date. It has now come out that Embark Studios is an official partner for the Summer Game Fest, which all but confirms that there will be news for Ark Raiders or even something more. In the past, Embark Studios has shadow dropped the finals at Game Awards 2023, so maybe we'll get lucky with all the hype they have right now that they will shadow drop the game just like the finals. There were a few leaks saying that the game will be free to play from stores in other countries, but this is most likely outdated information as Ark Raiders changed from a free to play model to being $40 upon release. So yeah, Embark Studios is officially on deck for Summer Game Fest, and with all these cryptic countdowns and hype, something big may be coming. Either way, that's everything you need to know about Ark Raiders right now. If you're hyped for the full release, smash that subscribe button. I'll be covering everything Ark Raiders the second it drops. Thank you for watching.